right, looks like I'm live. For some reason, Zoom is not letting me go to a page that I manage called on the options. It's only letting me post to Jill Castile Blanchett site, or page. So I'm going to just do a normal live. You don't get to see me. I guess I could put my head under the camera and you could see maybe my hair or something, but today I'm going to show you, I don't even have a sample to show you. So we're just going to end up using an 8.5 by, or yeah, 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of paper, fold it 4 1/4. This is my thought process anyway. And I've got blueberry bushel, then I've got a layer at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And we're going to glue that onto the top. So I'm just going to do that step now. And then we just need a whole lot of ink colors, 4 or 5, somewhere in there. How many ever you want, actually. If you want more than 4 or 5, that works too. So I might even try and do this a couple different ways. I'll keep an eye on the, hey Sharon, I'll keep an eye on the time if I can see it. No, I can't see it here and I don't have my watch on, so I'll be mindful that I don't do too long. I got 2 different examples of how I might want to do this. So I'm going to use the Watercolor Shapes, and I know it's retired, but that's kind of why I was going to try a couple different ways for those people that might not have the Watercolor Shapes. I'm going to use the circle, and we're going to do a lot of cleaning between colors. Like I said, we've got about, how many colors do I have here? I brought Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to open them all. I'm only going to use them one at a time, but I'm going to open them all because I might need to go back and like fill in space. Granny Apple Green, Gorgeous Grape, Blueberry Bushel, Real Red. Oh, Pumpkin Pie I grabbed. I might be getting too many colors now. And Daffodil Delight. We shall see. Am I in the focus here? I can't see on my camera screen on my phone, so I'm hoping that I'm in there. So all we're going to do now is choose one of our colors. I'm going to start with green. Try not to wear too much of it. I'm going to start with the green, and I'm just going to stamp on. Oh, you know what? I wanted to show you guys. Hold on. We don't want to do that quite yet. And I don't think that this step is all that important, but from the sample that I saw online, it looked like it might have mattered. So I got a 2 1/4 inch punch, and I'm going to punch a circle out of my Post-it note. And then I'm just going to stick that down here in the lower right area. And then now we're just going to stamp a bunch of circles around on our paper, filling it up, clean it off between colors. You can even take your rag if you want from your glass mat and clean off your glass mat. Now I'm going to go to purple, the Gorgeous Grape, and we're going to do the same thing. Put a bunch of circles. I want to kind of make sure we're filling in we're going to fill in the whole card. If you didn't get that yet. I'm going to stop there. I don't want it to look too calculated. Washed it off. Let me get my colors off. Could do that after, but because if you slide your paper around on the glass mat, you'd slide it through there. So if I clean it between colors and we don't like it, we could flip it over and use the back side. If it smushes around between the dots that got off the paper, it'll get onto the back. So now we're going to come to our blueberry bushel. And, I'm just looking to see how's it look for color. Maybe I'll put a little bit of one over on that side and wash it off. Wipe off my mat. Now I'm coming over to Real Red. I wanted bright colors because I was thinking like a kid's birthday is my thought process here. Oh, hi, Connie. So we'll look rando dots on here, wherever it looks like we might want a dot in that color. And then now I've got my yellow left, but I'm going to not go to my yellow quite yet because I got a lot of space to fill. So this is where I said I was going to leave everything open, and I'll come back in with some of the other colors that we have and put in another color where it looks like it might help fill in the space a little bit. I'm going to call that good, I guess. I'm going to clean real good before I go to the yellow because it looks like I've already at some point put my yellow. Oh, I didn't put my pumpkin pie on. Darn it. All right, so now I'll put some pumpkin pie. Put that one off to the side, but that's good. That's a good filler for us. Oh, now that looks pretty good. Maybe I'll put one more over here. Wipe that off. Connie. Hi, Connie. I think I said hi to Connie. Got a little tiny part of my screen showing. So now I'm going to come in with my daffodil. And because it's showing up pretty light, maybe I need more ink on it in the pad, but I'm just filling in these general areas, the bigger spaces, I guess, with the yellow. And you could even just leave that white if you didn't want to fill in those areas. And this is like I said, I saw a card. I was looking for my daughter's 30th birthday, some examples or samples. So now we're going to peel that off, and we've got a spot here, but we're just going to cover it up. So I don't know that it really makes a difference that if we cover that or not. So, but I was looking for a birthday card idea for my daughter, and hey, look at here. I'm not even. I didn't bring the glue. Hold up. And I saw this design, and I thought it was really cute, but she is 30. So this is a 2 3/8 inch punch. I'm going to do the blueberry bushel. And it does coordinate with the Circle Sayings stamp set. And I'm going to use that as well. And so since I didn't think that it was really 30-year-oldish, I thought it'd be a cute kids card. And so I just knew I wanted to make one. And you guys are lucky enough to see me put that together today. So now I've got the blueberry bushel with just the Celebrate from the stamp set. And I've got a 2¼ inch punch. And I'm going to try and line that up. Punch that out. I'm going to glue those two together. Oh, no, I'm not yet. Stop. And we've got the Celebrates on there. Then I was going to use the Happy Birthday from that same stamp set. We could even put the cupcake on there. That would be very kid-like, wouldn't it, if I put the cupcake on there? Let's see, how can we do that? I gotta get a block. Let's see. I'm just going to do the cupcake liner on my red. We'll try and do the frosting in the yellow. See what we get. Not very bright, but it worked. And if we had a blender pen here, we could smear that around a little bit. I should have went live over at my desk. Then I'd be close to all the stuff. So, if we just use one of our blender pens, and I'm going to drag that pink. I'm going to wipe it off. I don't know that this yellow is going to drag around much. Let me see if I stick it in the yellow color. It will give it some lemony frosting. We'll just say this kid doesn't like chocolate. So there. So now I'm going to glue it on to my bigger circle. Hello from Canada. Oh, hey, Pamela. The stamps that I'm using for this Circle Sayings for the cupcake, and for the dots I'm using Watercolor Wishes, or Watercolor Shapes, sorry. But I'm going to show you guys something else that might also work. Just going to glue that down. Stick a couple of these dimensionals on there. Dollar Tree find. And then we're going to go ahead and glue that onto the card. Here. And see how quick that was? We whipped this out in no time, and it was just dots. And I think it's just adorable. And like I said, I fell in love with it when I saw it online on Pinterest. And so then I'm just going to go ahead and huff on my cupcake. Heavy breathe on it and see if I can get another image for the inside. Sort of there. Looks pretty good. We'll color it in later. I'm just going to glue that to the inside. and find our happy birthday that we were going to use and put that on the inside. We'll use the blueberry bushel. And there we go. We have a cute, quick card with a really fun design on the outside and our faint little cupcake on the inside. But what I'm going to show you guys is, I didn't try it yet, obviously. So let me just get a small piece of paper that I got here, because I think that this stamp's going to require a smaller surface for the front of the card. So like maybe another layer of designer paper or cardstock, and then cut this down. Let me cut it, just this one, just another. We'll go to 3.5. This one doesn't go that way. So I'm just going to trim this down just to try this other stamp real quick. This Seaside Bay has a pearl in it that I'm thinking might also work if people don't have the watercolor set. But like I said, the circle is really small, so you could see how many dots it's going to take to get that to work. But it might look cute. Let's just keep. I'm just going to put a whole bunch of them on there. Like I said, if you got this other stamp set, it would just take longer. That's the only reason that I'm thinking we need this smaller piece of paper. It's just going to take a lot longer to get all those spaces filled. Wash it off. Hi, Julie. Let's come over to blue. Oh, don't lose that stamp, Jill. And I didn't mask off the circle because, as you can see on this one, it didn't really, I put that circle on there and masked underneath, and it didn't really even matter. So I'm just going to do this whole thing while I'm at it, so that we can get a feel for what it's going to look like. We don't have to finish it off. Some red. And obviously I'm going quickly and not really paying attention where I'm plopping them down at, so and I'm not really doing a good job because I'm getting halves of them, but I just wanted to see how this small little guy is going to work real quick. And then, we can go ahead. Do I have all the colors on there? I got orange and red and blue and purple. Yep. So we can fill it in with yellow. And how about, let me show you something else that I was going to try. Let me grab a blender brush. And how about we blend on the yellow? Instead of making more circles, we could try and blend on the yellow, just to take away that white backing. So that's an idea. But there you go. That little pearl that I showed you. Let me wipe that off. And that back stayed pretty clean. But that little pearl that I showed you would work with this same idea. It will just take a little bit longer to make all your dots. Oops, I closed up the yellow. Let me just see what the yellow dots. These are going to show up more because I don't have them overlapping like I did on the other one. So maybe you want to fill in the space with the yellow, but that's an idea. And I got one more option to show you real quick. Take another piece of paper. If you don't have any of the stamp sets, punch yourself a hole. I got a 1-inch hole there. And just start grabbing some blender brushes. Move that paper around on your card base paper. Hope I'm not off the screen down there. So we've got some red. I got some brushes here that are purple on there. Go off the outside of the hole a little bit to get that dark, unless you like the dark from when you put the brush down. And then this way you're in control of the color, the darkness of the dots as well. The more ink you put on it, oh, I better just leave that one. And what other color we got here? I got blue. We can go over them and we can go over it lighter to keep the color going. Bring that right up and touch them. And we'll do one more blue one in here. We've got green. Let's see what other colors. Oh, we've got purple, blue, red. Do some green. Ooh, that's a dark one. Ah, thought I was holding it down good. And we can come down here with a little partial green. And let's put some more green up here. All right, what other color do I have over here? We got some orange. So let me clean out my green. What's going to blend best with orange? Let's do the red. The pink, I think the red will pick up the orange best. Some more orange. I kind of like this with the blending brushes better than the stamp myself. I like the color of all the I guess it's kind of the watercolor look too, a little bit with the different depths of the color that are coming out. So then we can finish it off with our yellow. And you might want another hole because I don't know how gunked up that ink might run when you get to the yellow. It might be all muddy. And I'm not going to fill in all the white. Just some big areas. And then remember, our sentiment would cover up some of it as well. There. Oh, and I like that little corner. I want some in the corner. And there is another option. And you can see, that was a clean brush for the yellow. And so I'm thinking it picked up this gunk as I was brushing it in because those look a little bit muddy. But you got the idea. Hey, Dawn. Thanks. And so let me get these closed up. And I only brought the base to make one. I just wanted to, this one, I would just wanted to show you guys a couple other options in case you didn't have the watercolor shapes, which I used for that one. This guy, like I said, I would cut it smaller so your layers would be a little bit larger. I even kind of like it like that. And then that, the circle there, I used the 2 3/8 inch punch for the blueberry and a 1 1/4 punch, or 2 1/4, sorry, punch for the white with the Circle Saints stamp to make the celebrate in the cake. This guy here, we use the pearl from Seaside Bay, and probably a lot of people have that one because that was a very popular stamp set. So you can use the pearl and, you know, just have at it. Maybe add a couple more colors in. And then my last option was to punch yourself a hole if you don't have any type of a circle that's not a solid stamped circle. And then you can punch your hole and move it around like that. And with the blending brushes, you'll get all different depths of the colors. So, and then just finish them all up with the celebrate circle stuff on them. So that's it, guys. Have a great rest of your night and enjoy tomorrow and the rest of your week. Hey, Mom, thanks. Thanks for joining, everybody. I'll talk to you another time.